So when Bradley came up, he showed me his stuff first, basically to see if he was already kinetic punching or not. And he ran through some of his stuff and he showed me some superb stuff, really, really good. So he gave me loads of tips and pointers, a lot of stuff that I can go over again and again and learn a lot of stuff from. So I'd highly recommend, if Bradley's about, getting for a seminar, because he knows his stuff. So here's a short clip of what Bradley showed me, and then I'll go over a couple of the points and I'll explain the difference in what he was doing kinetically and what he wasn't doing kinetically. Okay.
This is just why my stance is. This is that momentum I'm on about. Come down, and if I can, same as you, I hit with the knuckles. And if I throw a short right, I come down. If I want to hit this bit, I come down. Same as you, in line. So I'm hitting just to say I was fighting you, and you dropped your head, I'm coming down, I aim to the top of your nose, break something. Here, short right, short right. When I do it, because the counters, because I've done a lot of boxing, that was wrong, that was right. Feel the difference? I'll show you the wrong again. Wrong, wrong, right, right, right. Feel the difference? Yeah. Here. I find it hard to hit with the knuckles doing this. Feel the whip on that? Yeah, it'll let me go. So that's why I like to come over. Well, this is very difficult.
Come over slowly again. Just come over slowly. Okay.
What I don't want to do, this is what you're not looking for in it. That's the most worst punch in the world. You go literally from here, just going to do a slow motion on the pad, just from here, just to flick, as long as it lands with the knuckles and the elbow's high. In a minute, my chest is going to come into play. He's level changed, shoulder knee toe, he's gone for the double. Here, I'm already in that strong position. Here, so my leg's here. I'll grab it. I caught Dylan with the middle knuckle perfectly.
Right. It takes perfect timing that as well, I tell you.
What I should have done, yeah, it's hard work. But it's
that
just,
it's knowing the distance.
As soon as he flips that shoulder,
and this now is what I think is one of the main reasons why a lot of the UFC or the cage guys haven't clicked onto this yet, is because they already think that they're actually punching like I am, but they're not. So, and the thing is, it's like with Bradley, it's why would he assume that I had anything different? You know, he's been training years, and he knows how to punch. So that's the thing. Why would he assume that I was doing anything any different to what he was doing? So we'll look at this hook clip first. We're going to go back over this clip. So let's just look at this clip now.
That was wrong. That was right. Feel the difference? I'll show you the wrong again. Wrong, wrong, right.
So with the hook, when he's explaining how not to hit, he's basically hitting with the flat of the hand on the outside, 3 knuckles. And when he says how he does it properly, he's digging in with the middle knuckle. If I hit and I just sort of come in, then I'm just landing and just digging in a little bit. If I really dig that in, then it comes down onto a smaller area and there's more force out. It basically hurts a lot more. Digs right in. And that's superb. And it's not very often you see that. Really nice punching, really nice. Now when you're lined up and you're driving, you don't need to dig the knuckle in. The position is strong enough. But what I'm doing is I'm using the cleave. So Bradley was using a really, really nice example of a boxing cleave on a few of his punches. And the boxing cleave is the boxing version of the kinetic cleave basically, but the kinetic cleave is much deeper. So what I changed with Bradley was the wrist position the point of contact he landed on and the trajectory of the arm. But the difference is the kinetic punch is a drive, so it's not a swing, and I'm not finishing it with my tricep as such. I can do to give it extra poke, but it's the shoulder that finishes it with the body. So the only reason you pop in as you land is to get further round on the knuckle, so you land in the kinetic part. But when you're lined up, you don't need to come round and drop down. You're just driving in, rather than dropping in there.
Right. Yeah, hold on. Right.
So Bradley's kinetic hook was 23% harder than the punch he was throwing when he showed me. There's a possibility of up to 30%, but that's spot on. Really, really nice. Basically what I did, and if people are at a high level anyway, what happens is when you show them the wrist position and line up the wrist, then they start using the different mechanics almost instantly. As soon as they start driving, they go away from this. And if you look with Bradley, when he's doing the kinetic punch on the bag, you can also see how his head moves over more. That extra movement, because of the twist and the body movement, I can move my head over and further over onto my leg more, and that's why another reason it gives it more power.
Right.
So let's look at the jab. So with the jab, you'll see that when Bradley does the jab, he'll come over and he'll come in, and that's a swing. So let's look at a swing, drive, swing, drive. So let's look at the fingers again. If I'm driving, the fingers are moving forward. If I'm swinging, then the fingers are only forward when they get to the end. An interesting point about that. Then when I talk about being close, because I'm not coming round on here, and that's because you'd be a little bit further away, so you could get round on that. But what you're doing is you're throwing a swing, and then you're landing, or you're trying to land on the kinetic part. But you tend to land, because of the wrist position of the boxing punch, you tend to land on the outside knuckle, not on the inside part of the middle knuckle, the kinetic point. So when Bradley was hitting on the kinetic part of the knuckle, what he was doing was he was coming out and he was coming round, but that movement was a swing. Then he was coming round to the kinetic part. So if I do a jab, and then I'm coming in there with the swing, with the drive, and you see how the hand and the wrist is in the strongest position, and the sooner I can get that in that strong position, the harder the punch will be. So if I come out here, round, and then I just land at the end, that'll be harder than just coming round. But if I drive from the start, and again from the guard, all I'm doing, if I open the fingers, I'm just popping over. Because you're rolling it and it's sort of swunging, there's sort of a motion going in. So if something's coming over sort of like this, or over like that, then you can sort of judge it sort of coming in, and you can sort of see the motion. Whereas if it's moving forward like this, then that's really hard to judge how fast that's moving, because you can't see any other part as such. It's just moving straight, and there ain't no shoulder movement.